A week one loss hampered both of these teams. We will see tonight, but that's not to say either squad should focus on that. For Powell, it was an exciting game that came down to the wire before Anderson County was ahead when the clock struck zero by a score of 28-25. For Oak Ridge, it was a 6A Jefferson County team that's expected to contend for a region title. Powell was able to bounce back in week two, putting the hammer down on Farragut in a 35-7 win. Oak Ridge was on a bye, meaning the Wildcats had 2 weeks to mull over mistakes made in week one and get ready for the Panthers. In a regular season matchup that we could see as a rematch come playoff time, who will come out on top? We'll find out tonight on the OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7, someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website full of helpful information, wreckintoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by probably your family's favorite principal doctor coach combo, Dan Shoemaker. Coach, Oak Ridge had to bye last week, essentially making this their week two. It could be a blessing or a curse, as they'll either be fresh and extra prepared, or they'll be rusty, having not played for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks to work on things, 2 weeks to prepare for the next opponent. That's always a good thing. Usually that bye week comes later in the season, and it helps you kind of regenerate, get over some injuries and whatnot. But wherever it comes, it's going to give you some breathing room, and it gives you some breathing room to work on things, to make some subtle changes. You're not going to burn the barn down just to kill the rats, but you are going to make some changes. And I think the Wildcats will be eager to get this season going for their week two tonight.
That's Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. We'll tell you about what else you can expect around the area tonight and preview our matchup a little later as well when we get back. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
(1952). That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Karen Harvey, Dan Shoemaker here as well. An interesting situation out of Greenback as Coach Tommy Klimmer has been relieved of his duties as head coach of the Cherokees, as announced by the school Wednesday morning. A press release cited a school board policy stating that teachers and coaches have a responsibility to promote a positive atmosphere in and out of the classroom, and that they extend courtesy and respect to all students. I don't know what happened, but I can tell you that the hiring of Klimmer was controversial in the area to begin with a social media movement to try to block the hire. Klimmer was 5-9, and Greenback had begun the season 0-2. It's been a major tumble from a team that was competing for state titles and even won one just 5 years ago. To begin the season, the Cherokees only had 16 players on the roster.
Yeah, the tradition in Greenback has been legendary over the years. That community has high expectations for their football team, and they take great pride in that football program. The sudden change that's happened seems to indicate that something has happened inside the program. The small number of players on the roster is a definite concern to me as well. You hope that Greenback can turn the corner now and start moving forward in this season. But that's rough. That's a hard adversity to overcome.
Gray Williams has been named the interim coach there in the meantime, and he's got a fun first game. It should be a lot of fun. He's got Coalfield. No,
Coalfield.
That's not going to be fun at all for Gray Williams in his first game.
Goes to Coalfield.
Yeah, that's rough. In other news, Greenville's forfeited its Week 1 win over Tennessee High. Apparently there was an oversight, and a player who wasn't eligible played in that game. Since then, the player has received a hardship waiver, so he's good to go now. Your name is Coach, so you've been around the block a time or two, so I want to ask you, with all the administrative duties that come along with the gig, is this an easy mistake to make?
Well, it depends on how the system is organized. When I was in North Carolina, the eligibility reports and scheduling and all of that was handled by the AD and his secretary. We just had to submit the roster, and they took care of everything else. The head coach really didn't have that much to focus on administratively. When I was head coach in Wartburg, all of that fell to me. And it's just one of those attention to detail things, one of those precision things that you got to stay on top on. It's easy to miss one, especially if you have one who transfers in late. It's better that Greenville self-reported early than the TSSAA getting that report in Week 8. And all of those things starting to roll in. So, it's easy to do if you're not right on top of everything.
So the hardship waiver was granted, though, so you have to think that it was just an innocent mistake, so no big deal there. We haven't talked about matchups tonight yet, so I'm going to throw one at you. Anderson County goes to Bearden tonight. Davy Gillum doesn't back away from competition when he schedules, that's for sure. The Mavericks were slated to play 6A Science Hill last week, but bad weather had other plans and the game got canceled. Bearden also seems like they want a gauntlet of a schedule. The Bulldogs began with a narrow victory over West and followed it up with a narrow loss to Alcoa. It came down to the waning moments of that game. I think you have to believe that Bearden should win this football game, but AC has a chance to really prove itself as well.
Coach Gillum always schedules that tough non-conference schedule to get his guys ready for the stretch run. I know he was disappointed not getting to play last week, but, as soon as that game was canceled, he turned his attention to the Bulldogs of Bearden. Bearden's been tested with that triple overtime win against West Week 1 and then the last-minute loss to Alcoa Week 2. Bearden is home, so that removes the AC mojo they have over there in Maverick Stadium. They're going to have to play well to have a chance in this one, but you never know.
You never know, so we'll be keeping an eye on that score. With Dan Shoemaker, I'm Aaron Harvey. We'll preview a few other games before digging into ours tonight a little later, as it's Oak Ridge at Powell on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, I'm Aaron Harvey with Dan Shoemaker. Huge regional matchup tonight as undefeated Loudon takes on undefeated Soddy Daisy. The Redskins got a dramatic win last Thursday against rival Lenoir City, while the Trojans have already bested Ray County and Ooltewah. This one will be held in Loudon and may end up being the one that ultimately crowns the 4A Region 3 regular season champion.
Yeah, this is a big region matchup early in the season. While both of these teams are coming in at 2-0, Soddy Daisy seems to be scoring more points, but they're also giving up more points. One important stat line that I see in this game tonight is fourth quarter scoring. The Trojans of Soddy Daisy are averaging 17.5 points in the fourth quarter. That's almost half of their points they're averaging in a game. And so I think that this one will be a good one. And if that game's close going into the fourth quarter, I think Soddy Daisy's got the advantage.
What a stat right there. Half of their points coming in the fourth quarter. You know, I find it interesting, and I'm just going to add this in here real quick before we move on. Loudon, with that last reclassification, went from 3A to 4A, and I thought, man, poor Loudon having to jump up and play those 4A teams. But, man, the Redskins have really held their own in that classification that they bumped up into. So, interested to see how that goes tonight.
Yeah, Coach Herrig has had a great program over there for a long time, and they'll take on any challenger, you know, so.
For sure. I'm looking forward to being at Loudon later this year when we've got the Kingston game there. And we've not done a game at Loudon since I've been a part of BBB Communications. So, and Brad is telling me that that's never happened before. They've not been in Loudon either. So, really looking forward to going up there and seeing Redskin country.
That'll be great.
So, Harriman's much improved, in case you didn't know. Beginning of the season 2-0 for the first time since 2018. Tonight, the Blue Devils get a visit from the Bobcats of Oliver Springs. If the transitive property applied to sports, Harriman should be considered the better team by 12 points, as Travis Tapp's team beat Kingston in week 1 by 5 points, and Kingston beat Oz last week by 7 points. That ain't how it works, though. The Bobcats have their eyes on a regular season title, and Harriman's trying to prove it belongs in that conversation. That one could get interesting.
Yeah, I think it can. At the risk of sounding like a Common Core math teacher, the derivative of scoring averages is difficult to extrapolate from week to week. We know that. But one thing I do know, the Blue Devils are much improved over last year. They have speed all over the field. The Bobcats, they have speed in spots too, and I think they're a little more physical up front. If Oliver Springs can contain the speed, they should win this one going away. But if Harriman gets loose, the math equation changes drastically in favor of the Blue Devils.
Yeah, we saw Grayson Christ last year. He kind of came out last year as a big factor for Harriman, and so far this season he has gone off, and he's at the top of East Tennessee when you're talking about all-purpose yards. Speaking of Kingston, the Yellow Jackets have a date down in Decatur with the Tigers of Meigs County. Meigs began the season with a bye and defeated Hickson a week ago, 24-17. The final score a year ago saw the Tigers pull off the 12-0 shutout. I think we agree that we saw the Yellow Jackets figure some things out right before our eyes last Friday as they outscored Oliver Springs 28-7 in quarters 2 through 4. Did they figure out enough to get a big road win tonight?
I think the Yellow Jackets grew up a lot last week. They're a young team, and they figured some things out, and you kind of watched them gain some confidence right there through the game. Meigs County will be hard-nosed, they'll be physical, and they will seek to control the ball, and they're going to play good defense. I think if Kingston can open up their offensive package just a little bit more, they should win in a close one.
Yeah, I would talk about that classification change. Meigs County was a 2A team, and they were just dominant in 2A. And then once they bumped up to 3A, they've not been as successful, but they still had a lot of success in 3A.
They're playing up, and it takes a year or two to really kind of get your legs under you, I think, when you move up like that. But they're doing well.
The first time I went to Meigs County, just driving down Highway 70 there, going south like towards Chattanooga, and you get to Meigs County and you see the high school there, and you're like, there's nothing here.
There's not much.
How is this? First off, how is this school so big? How's the enrollment so big? And how are they so good at their sports?
Right. I think they're just consolidation. We've talked about consolidation before. You've got basically one high school there, and everybody's feeding into that, and all of those programs thrive.
Indeed. So, the only thing that remains for us before kickoff is digging into our game tonight between Oak Ridge and Powell, and we'll do that when we get back. You are watching pregame for the OEB Law Game of the Week.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Step up your game in this 24 Ford Maverick Hybrid, $25,515. 23 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, $30,995. 24 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $59,757. Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Oak Ridge needed a coach, so a guy showed up last season like Lurch from the Munster saying, "You rang." His name, Derek Rang, and he started on the right foot for the Wildcats. His team started 3-0, boasting wins over 6A Jefferson County and Powell. It was a welcome change from the previous season, which saw a 7-6 record and a season-ending loss to the Panthers, 43-13. Oak Ridge fans are expecting to build on that this season, but their favorite team already has a loss on the books, as Jefferson County avenged the loss from a season ago. After having the week off, they'll try to keep a second team from getting revenge tonight in Powell. The Panthers also began the season with a loss, theirs to Anderson County, but they were without starting running back Connor Wheeler in that one. With Wheeler's return, Matt Lowe's squad blew out Farragut 35-7. It's a team with a lot of returning pieces that feels like a Region 2 5A could be up for grabs. Getting a win tonight would embolden those fields. Oak Ridge is trying to avoid starting 0-2, and Powell is trying to avoid starting 1-2. Both are talented teams with high hopes this season, but one will need to do some regrouping at the end of the night. Oak Ridge is 8-6 all-time in this series. Who wins tonight? We'll find out on your OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey with Coach Dan Shoemaker. We've got great football weather, and we've got some great talent on the field tonight. Beginning with Oak Ridge, Blaine Stansberry has established himself as a worthy field general. Will Presley, and a potential game breaker, is a kick returner and a wide receiver. They like their kicker, Eli Pearson, if they need to go win a game with him. They've got a seize on their line. They've got some tools in the old toolbox.
Yeah, I really think they do. They've got the pieces in place to make a run. They need two things to happen, of course, to make that run. Number one, they need players to make plays. And they've got to stay healthy. Number two, they've got to stay healthy down that stretch run. We watched Stansberry grow up last year and make a statement. I expect him to move up to the next level this year as well. Oak Ridge does have big play potential.
Powell returns junior Deuce Rogers to lead the offense. He's improved as a passer, but he can also make you pay when he takes off with it. And we will continue that thought in just a moment as we observe the moment of silence on the field, followed by our national anthem.
Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Veterans, you may render a salute as the Powell High School Marching Panther Band, under the direction of Mr. Andrew Smith, plays our national anthem.
Beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by the Powell High School Marching Band. So we mentioned Deuce Rogers, the junior quarterback, returning for Powell, but it's also not good for a defense if Deuce Rogers hands the ball off to Connor Wheeler. Wheeler has rushed for over 3,000 yards in his career, and he's also a dangerous return specialist. The line is young, sporting 4 new starters at the beginning of the season, but the Panthers also have a trusted kicker to trot out to win a game late in Dylan Stooksbury. There's a lot of talent on the field tonight.
Yeah, and I think Powell has really figured some things out last week with their game against Farragut. Adding Wheeler back to that lineup really made them a high-powered offense, Aaron. I'm very impressed with what they did last week. I think Powell is playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're solid in all 3 phases of the game. They've had to replace 4 offensive linemen from last year, and that's working right now. So I think the offense and the defense and the special teams for Powell right now is clicking really well.
One name to watch tonight is Oak Ridge's Malik Howard. The sophomore has offers from the likes of Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Indiana, and Kentucky. He'll line up at tight end. Gosh, Coach, I don't know. On paper, it feels like Oak Ridge should probably win this game. But with them not playing last week and Powell having 2 weeks to work on their own weaknesses, I don't know. I think this is going to be close.
Well, I think this is going to be a great game for sure. I think it will be close. Howard is a really solid tight end. He plays the wide position about as good as anybody I've seen over the years I've been around the game. He's not only able to block the edge like you want a good tight end to do, he also has great hands and he runs good routes. If Powell starts doubling Presley on the outside to take him away, you're going to see Howard up the middle with some big-time catches. I anticipate a high-scoring game. Powell probably runs the ball a little better, but the Wildcats can hit the big play. So I think you've got a really nice contrast in styles and a really good matchup.
And you might see Oak Ridge try to go to Howard a little bit more tonight. He only had one catch in that Week 1 game against Jefferson County. But, I mean, why would you go to him when Will Presley was so unstoppable in that game, totaling almost 200 receiving yards in Week 1? So, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to pick your poison if you're Powell. Do I stay pure zone, or do I try to rotate over and take Presley away? And when you see that happen, we're going to see somebody else step up, and I think it'll be Howard.
So Powell has run out. Oak Ridge has run out. The band is marching off the field. That means it's almost game time. We got to get to Dr. Dan's do's and don'ts.
Dr. Dan's do's and don'ts. These are real simple this week. There wasn't a whole lot of scheming to go on, I guess. For Oak Ridge, I think you got to keep a short memory. You got to learn from that Jeff County game, but you're going to have to focus on what Powell does. And I think also compete in all three phases of this game. That's important.
And for the Powell Panthers.
For the Powell Panthers, I think they need to keep the offense on track. Continue what you were doing against Farragut last week. And I think they need to slow down that Wildcat offense. I don't think they need to completely stop it. I think they just need to contain it to let themselves get into a lead.
So both teams have run out. I've been excited about this game all week long, getting to kind of get away from home a little bit. Feels like a little mini vacation as we see the captains about set to get out on the field and take care of the coin toss. But again, I mentioned Oak Ridge. You just don't know what to expect out of them. They got that. You go all summer long through your workouts, and then you go through fall camp, and you're just ready to put those pads back on. And when they did it, it was in a losing effort against a team that they defeated last year. And then you get the week off. So, like, I'd say that after that loss, those players might have been chomping at the bit to get back on the field. It's like, hang on a minute now. We got the week off. Let's take 2 weeks. Let's work on our mistakes and go from there.
Exactly. I know Coach Rang probably didn't have any trouble getting his team focused to get ready. Now, the only problem is you got 2 weeks, so you're going to have to wait before you get to go out there and do it for real again. And that can always bring a little rust. Okay, it can always kind of lose your focus a little bit in practice, but I think he's going to have his guys ready. I know Coach Lowe's going to have his team ready, and I expect a really good ball game.
So want to go ahead and say thank you to some sponsors, starting with Sharon Gleason for Oak Ridge School Board Leadership for the Next Generation, paid for by the candidate. She is going to be sponsoring all of our touchdowns tonight. And I've seen some people say that this could be a shootout. So if it is, she's going to get her money's worth.
Yes, I think she could tonight.
Also, IB3 Global Solutions, mission first. Always put the mission first. Headquartered in Oak Ridge, IB3 Global delivers focused solutions to a diverse customer set across the federal government. From East Tennessee, they project a worldwide footprint in support of their customers. So, also Climax Roofing. More than just a roofing company, Climax Roofing and Renovations committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceeding your expectations. Contact them today to discuss your project and let them bring your vision to life. They've got a 5-star rating on Google. And also, Anderson County Commissioner Sabre Beauchamp, and she's saying, roll Wildcats, roll tonight. And also like to say thank you to Wildcat for Life, Mike Kelly, affiliate broker for Betsy Coleman Realty Company. Give Coach Mike Kelly a call for all your real estate needs today. Coin toss is up. Let's see.
Looks like Oak Ridge won.
He has deferred. What do you want to do? You do want to receive. That's right.
He's talking to him like a mediator in court.
Oh, yeah.
You want to defend this, so you put your back right here. You go to that side.
So Oak Ridge has won the toss. They're going to kick that thing.
They defer. Got a good story about that. Your captain should never say, I want to kick. He either says, I want to receive or I want to defer if he wins the toss. Because if he chooses to kick, the other team gets the choice the second half, and I've seen teams kick both halves. Not often, but it has happened.
That's so interesting. Let's mention Chuck Fleischman, going to be sponsoring all of our replays tonight, serving Anderson, Rowan, Morgan counties since 2010. So we want to say thank you to him for that. But you defer to the second half.
Right.
That's what you do.
Right.
And you said you've seen teams that actually decide to. That's their choice. When you defer your choice.
Right.
So their choice was to kick?
Yeah, the official says, what do you want to do? And he says, coach said we want to kick. Well, the coach should have said we want to defer, I guess.
Man.
And it also depends who you send out there as your captains, too. I always had one of the smart ones go out there with my captain group,
So we're getting set for kickoff. Kickoff sponsored by the local 102 out of Knoxville, Plumbers Steamfitters Union. Reminding you, there is no substitute for a UA skilled craftsman. Set to kick this thing off is Eli Pearson, a very talented kicker.
Yes.
For those Wildcats.
He was booming the ball during warm-ups.
And here's the kickoff to begin this game. Pearson's kick goes into the end zone, and that is an automatic touchback per a rule change a few years back.
Yeah, that's such a advantage, I guess, on special teams. If you can kick to the end zone, you don't have to worry about covering the kick.
So Powell begin with a Hammers 1st and 10 at the Panther 20-yard line. And Rogers is going to come out in an empty set to start this game. Now, he is Powell's leading rusher so far this season.
5 wide.
Fakes the quarterback draw and instead gets it out to Wheeler. So getting him involved early by passing it to him on the outside, but not a lot there. Oak Ridge ready for it.
They didn't bite on the fake at all, and then they ran to the ball when it got flipped out. You notice they stayed with a six-man box. They were 4-2 box right there.
Yeah.
So they respect the run.
Yeah. Now see on that Chuck Fleischman replay, the linebackers did come up, but you didn't attack those linebackers. Instead, you went to the outside. So now Wheeler lining up to the right of Rogers. Looks like 11 personnel, man in motion. And fakes the handoff to Wheeler instead. A pass goes out. This pass is complete, and that'll be enough for a Hammers 1st and 10 to Weston Williams.
Yeah, Williams had a nice catch right there. Really nice route. Looked like a speed out. Play action, throws the linebackers. Yeah, it's really nice route.
So 2 plays for Powell, and they faked the run both times. H-back in motion from right to left. Rogers, high snap, handles it with one hand. Now Wheeler will get the handoff, and he is stopped for a loss of 4.
Yeah, the high snap really messed the timing up on that play. And then Oak Ridge was able to capitalize on it.
See this Chuck Fleischman replay. Yeah, and for Oak Ridge, man, getting through that line was Tim Walters.
Yeah, he had a nice penetration there and was able to readjust to get outside once he got inside that gap.
It's nice to have a 300-pounder on your defensive line.
It really is. They can move.
Wheeler with the handoff, and again, Wheeler maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's it, which is going to set up 3rd and long.
Wasn't much there. There's not much there. Linebackers are really flowing. There's the replay. Yeah, there was not much there.
They do give him the original line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and 10. So Rogers back there with Wheeler to his left, 2 wide outs either side.
Oh.
They're going to send Wheeler in motion. Rogers looking cross, pump fakes, and he's sacked.
Wow.
Rogers goes down, a loss of at least 6 on the play, and Powell will have to send the punt team in.
Yeah, they were trying to set something up on the outside right there, and Oak Ridge did not bite on it, and the pressure got there.
Gosh, again, Tim Walters.
Yeah, Walters was there first.
So Dylan Stooksbury, also the punter for this Powell team.
Jemerson deep.
Stooksbury's punt is a high, wobbly spiral. What a punt. And it's taken on a fair catch by Jarrell Jemerson.
That was a nice fair catch. He stopped the roll right there, as Coach Gibson was talking about. Very important to do that.
Beautiful punt.
Yeah, a lot of hang time. You look at all the black jerseys there for coverage.
Stooksbury is a gifted leg. So Hammers 1st and 10 as Blaine Stansberry, the junior, leads his team out. Hard count on 1st down.
Yeah, we're going to get them going early.
Demillion Porter moves from left of his quarterback to the right of his quarterback. 3 wide at the top of your screen. Coming with a blitz is Powell. They get to Stansberry, but not before he can get it outside and tiptoeing the sidelines. And that is Will Presley. Presley starting out big again.
And I thought they had him hemmed up, I'll be honest with you.
Didn't look like it. That seems to flash from replay.
He just needed a little bit of a crack, and he's out the gate right there.
And Presley is fast.
Quick as a hiccup.
So again, Stansberry. This time Porter gets the handoff, and Porter's got good running room over right tackle, and he's got enough for a Hammers 1st down.
Yeah, that's a nice hard run right there. He was able to get to the second level, and yeah, making folks miss. That's 2 big plays on 2 snaps, 2 good gains.
Yeah, and just like that, Oak Ridge is on the positive side of the field. Stansberry 2 wide either side. Another hard count. But then looks to the sideline to get the play call. It's being signaled in. Running the option this time. Goes out to Porter again, and Porter with another really good gain. This one is of 4 yards.
Yeah, 4 yards on the option, which is a good gain. Ran it into the boundary because they'd kind of rotated to the field just a little bit in the defense. So, again, a positive play.
Yeah, they're going to give him 3, so we'll call it 2nd and 7. But I'd say a 3 to 4 yard gain on 1st down puts you right on schedule.
Yeah, that puts you right on track right there.
Stansberry, hands off Porter. Porter, tons of running room up the middle.
Man.
He's got the Hammers 1st down to about the Panther 33-yard line.
The offensive line now for Oak Ridge is really coming off the ball. They pull the guard around. That was Bonner. Gives them an extra blocker to the play side, and you see the result.
Yeah, he was able to get up and block the linebacker for Powell to give Porter more room. So Oak Ridge in business. Oh, some movement that time.
Yeah,
they're going to go back 5 yards.
Yeah, that didn't look right.
I think they'll charge that one probably to Porter. First negative play for Oak Ridge. That's not a play because it's dead ball, but
right.
You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're saying. Pre-snap penalty. Remember, last year I would preach all about the pre-snap penalties, minimizing pre-snap penalties.
So this time it looks like they're going to give Stansberry an empty set. 2 wideouts either side, so a tight end in the game.
Look at Powell's adjustment to that.
Stansberry looks over the middle, now rolls to his right. Now he's going to roll back to his left, and he's going to keep it. Stansberry slides down, and he's hit as he was sliding. I think, okay, I'm going to give you my hot take on this. I think it was bang, bang. I don't know that in high school you really expect a quarterback to slide like that, and he slid fast, so I don't know if you can call a penalty there.
Well, I don't know that the same rules apply as they would, say, in college or in the NFL, but he gets down here, but he's still a runner.
That's head to head.
Yeah,
but
that was a big lick. He jumped right back up.
Yeah, second down after a pickup of about 6.
Sprint draw.
And Porter, what a move by Porter.
It looked like he was going to be tackled in the backfield.
But instead gets up to about the 21-yard line, and that's enough to move the sticks again. Hammers 1st and 10, Oak Ridge.
You know, this first drive for Oak Ridge has been pretty methodical. They've thrown the ball, they've run the ball. The defense right now for Powell's a little bit on their heels.
I see, we talked about the bye week that Oak Ridge had last week, and we were afraid that they would be afraid that they'd come out rusty, but that's not been the case at all.
I don't see any rust right now.
Man in motion. That is Presley from right to left. And over the middle. Woo! Stansberry tried to hit Malik Howard there.
There was your tight end down the middle.
It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think so too.
But you can see how big Howard is out there. He's very imposing.
He's got the frame for that position.
But continuing on a thought, if Oak Ridge were to come out slow, that's not what they wanted, because that's what happened at Jefferson County when they went down 21-0 to begin that game. And here is Porter, tries to get the outside. He'll get up to about the 17-yard line. Pickup of 5 will make it 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd and 5.
Wow, they're just on schedule. They're on track. They've got it rolling.
.445 left play in this first quarter.
Now, one thing I want to mention here, too, you know, a lot of times people look and say, oh, that's a no-huddle team. They're just going really fast. You don't have to go fast if you're no huddle. You still take your time. You can go fast.
Stansberry has his man, and making a move, trying to get to the end zone is Jemerson.
Yeah, Jemerson had a nice route, nice catch right there.
He gets up to the 1. It'll be a Hammers 1st and goal.
I like the way Oak Ridge move the pocket. They sprint out, which takes away half of your field, but it also gets you away from inside pressure.
Boy, Oak Ridge knocking on the door right here. Handoff Porter. Porter ducks his head. They're going to mark him short.
He's short. Needs about probably 6 inches to a foot, maybe. Yeah, look at that. Probably about 18 inches.
Yeah, looking at that Chuck Fleischman replay, he was stood up. Say that ball got a good placement. So again, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Porter.
I think he's in there.
Oh, yeah, this time he is. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. It took until 3:26 to go in the first quarter, but it was Oak Ridge's opening drive that they drove down the length of the field, and that is a touchdown. And touchdowns tonight sponsored by Sharon Gleason for Oak Ridge School Board. Leadership for the next generation paid for by the candidate.
That was a nice drive. That's something to hang your hat on if you're Oak Ridge.
And Pearson on to attempt the extra point for the Wildcats. Yeah, it looks like we got...
got to get the kicking ball in. Believe it or not, there is a kicking ball.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's usually a little more broken in, a little softer. Well, maybe a little.
Pearson's extra point is up, and it is good. 3:26 left to go in this first quarter. Oak Ridge drives down the field with no problem. Wildcats lead at 7-0 on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for this kickoff by Pearson and Oak Ridge, his second kickoff of the game, and it is once again sponsored by the UA Local 102 out of Knoxville. And that is taken by Wheeler, and Wheeler gets up the middle, and he's still on his feet, finally down at about the 39-yard line.
He caught that inside the 10 and just straight ahead. I like that hard run. He found a gap, and I thought he's going to pop it.
He's so dangerous.
He is. He really is. He accelerates, and I thought he was going to get out right there. But that's a great return. Gives you great field position for the Powell offense.
So for a second time tonight, we'll see quarterback Rogers with the Hammers 1st and 10. At the 38. Man in motion, and will get a little shovel pass. Up to about the 45-yard line. And that...
Oh, there's a flag.
That's Daisy on Jackson. Yeah, we do have a flag coming out.
I'm not sure what I saw right there. It looked like a wrestling match when they were on the ground.
This Chuck Fleischman replay is on your screen right now. We are observing Mr. White Hat live as he talks to his officials. Dead ball. Personal foul on Powell. Ooh. Oh, and the Powell fans don't like it.
No, they're not happy. I think somebody came in and did a little shoving there on the end.
So you get a positive play on first down after your first drive was kind of stymied there, and then with a dead ball personal foul penalty, you go backwards 15 yards, so you've got second and long.
Yeah, you lose the yardage and you lose the down, which is tough.
Rogers, handoff, and
oh, he's going.
They blew the whistle.
Ah, okay.
They said he was down.
I didn't hear it up here. See if we can see what happened.
Ooh, that was close.
That was really close.
Yeah, that was really close.
He might have been laying on somebody who was down. I'm not sure he was down.
High snap again for Rogers, looking downfield, and throws it into double coverage. Incomplete, trying to find Grady Goodpaster, and it's 4th down. Powell's going to have to punt this football right back to that Oak Ridge offense.
Wow, yeah, that's a great field position to start with. I think the penalty was really costly right there to really take them off track. Good coverage on the back end for Oak Ridge. Good pressure on the quarterback as well.
Jefferson to return for Oak Ridge.
So Stooksbury back to punt for Powell. He'll stand at his own 20. Gets this one away. It's an end over ender. And wow, takes a great Powell bounce and rolls dead at the 5-yard line.
Wow.
So from the 34 to the 5, that's, let's see, 34, 16, 45. Woo, is that a 61-yard punt?
I think you got a 61-yarder right there.
That is a 61-yard punt.
With the roll, you know, James Gibson is fussing and fuming right now. Field the punt, field the punt.
Yes.
That's why you field the punt.
Wow. So, on this Hammers 1st and 10, Stansbury is going to stand right in front of his own goal line. Handoff, Porter, and picks up about 1.
About 1. Tough running inside right there.
So under 2 minutes to play in this first quarter.
They looked like they were trying to run a little counter tray action there with the backside tackle and the H-back. Didn't fool Powell at all.
On this 2nd and long, Stansbury again gets the play from the sidelines. Stansbury rolls to his right, then sets up the screen to the left, and that goes to Howard, and Howard is up to about the 10.
About the 10. Plays like that scare me out of your own end zone.
Well, I mean, just last week we saw saw Kingston try to do that.
Yes.
And it was a pick 6 going the other way.
And 5.
Yes. They executed it well.
Brings up a 3rd and 5 for Oak Ridge. And this could be the final play of the first quarter. Stansbury takes a snap, rolls to his right. Trying to decide what he's going to do. He's going to keep it, and probably not the right decision as he stops for a loss, which will bring up 4th down. And you see Joe Gaddis observing in the background.
The legend, Coach Gaddis.
Always observing.
Something you may not know about Coach Gaddis. I didn't know this till a couple years ago. He's a Bulldog owner. Yeah, and so am I. And we were talking over at PetSmart one day about Bulldogs.
That will, in fact, be the last play of this first quarter. So Oak Ridge takes its first drive down, scores easily. Second drive, not so easily. They're going to have to punt this football back to Powell when we get back to start the second quarter of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker.
Aaron, it's a beautiful night for a ball game. Look at the sunset starting to come in here. Temperature, you can feel a little bit of crisp in the air because we're into September now.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I'm going to tell you what I tell my wife to upset her all the time. Red sky at night, sailors take warning.
There you go.
She hates that.
And she corrects that, right?
Every time. Every time. So Pearson back at his own end zone, ready to punt this one away. There's a punt. It is a high end-over-ender that takes an Oak Ridge bounce and rolls.
And they're fanning it.
All the way to the 45. Now, I'm not a former science teacher like you were, but I don't think that made much of a difference.
No, I don't think the wind off your hands is going to move it that much.
So you see Brad just pointed out the blue beanbag on the field.
Somebody touch it?
Which would indicate that somebody touched that football.
Must have been an Oak Ridge player.
Yeah, so that, right there, sure enough. So that fanning did even less.
Yes, yeah, it did even less.
I hope he didn't use too much energy on that because it was wasted. So the ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Powell with excellent field position for this Hammers 1st and 10. Rogers with Wheeler to his right. Handoff going from right to left. Wheeler met in the backfield, but breaks it. Gets the outside. Wheeler tiptoes the sidelines. They're going to call him out at the 24.
He broke contain. I thought he might get in.
Whew, he's fast.
So for the play, 1st and 10, Powell on the 24.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That
he broke contain. That was a nice run.
Yeah, that official nailed that spot. So Hammers 1st and 10. Rogers 3 wide to the right, and we'll look out that way. Quick pass, and up to about the 12-yard line. That's going to be close to another first down, and that looked like Anthony Angel. I'm sorry. Daisy-on Jackson.
Jackson, yeah, nice sophomore. Nice catch, and then turn and get positive yardage.
So Hammers 1st and 10 again. Rogers takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. This goes to Fabi Niwo.
Not much there. Not much there.
No, about 2. So when Niwa and Wheeler were freshmen, we had the game to start the season up here, Powell versus Anderson County. And Niwa got hurt. He was a starting running back.
Okay, as a freshman.
Yeah, and so Wheeler had to step in as the backup as Rogers with a quarterback keeper maybe gets to the 10. So that's a gain of maybe 1. We'll bring up 3rd and long. But that's where the legend of Connor Wheeler was born.
Yeah.
Brings up 3rd.
Looks like Wheeler's coming in.
So I would say Powell in field goal range at this point if they wanted to go that route, trailing this game 7-0. Important 3rd down here. Rogers sent the H-back in motion. Handoff goes to Wheeler. Wheeler finds room. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Powell.
Yeah, that was a nice run right there. They were able to trade the H-back over from right to left, which gives you an extra blocker at that point. And Wheeler made the rest of it happen.
And our touchdowns tonight sponsored by Sharon Gleason for Oak Ridge School Board. Leadership for the next generation paid for by the candidate. So Dylan Stooksbury's extra point, all that stands in the way of Powell tying this game at 7. It's up. It's true. And Powell goes down the field they've got the short. They had the short field, but they went down. And Connor Wheeler sticks it in the end zone, and Powell ties it up with Oak Ridge 7-7 with 9:42 left to go in the first half of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's one person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemakers. We get set for kickoff, and kickoffs tonight sponsored by, as they will be all season long, Local 102, Plumbers Steamfitters Union out of Knoxville. Reminding you there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. For more information, go to ualocal102.org. Stooksbury gets set to kick this one deep.
You know, Powell had a short field, but they made a nice drive to get this thing tied back up. That's what good teams do. They respond.
So here's that kickoff, and it is going to be a squibber. Takes a high bounce and taken deep at about the 5-yard line. Here is Will Presley. Presley gets up to about the 25. That is about as good as you could hope for in a situation like that. That was a great squib kick.
That was a really well-executed squib. Got down to about the 5, and you got to feel that the high pop on the end of that thing is what really did the deal. Watch this thing pop up.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And that slowed him down, of course.
Yeah, he's got to wait for the ball to come down before he can start running. But he makes a nice run.
And yeah, still gets up close to the 25. And that's where Oak Ridge will have the Hammers 1st and 10. Stansberry stands at his 20. Takes a snap, handoff goes to Porter. Porter up the middle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and long.
Yeah, nothing there.
Number 8, Porter on the carry.
Yeah, I see this Chuck Fleischman replay. And that was just Powell's line.
Yeah, Thomas and Garcia right there really closed that gap down. Wasn't much there. Ooh.
So Stansberry again standing at his 20, takes the snap on this 2nd and 10. Now he's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked.
He's down.
Dropped all the way back at the 15. Loss of 5 will bring up 3rd and 15 for Oak Ridge. No, I'm sorry. 3rd and 20 for Oak Ridge. A loss of 10.
He just really didn't have his primary receiver open, and by the time he could check down to 2 and 3, pressure got him.
So it's already halftime in Coalfield. That game kicked off at 7. Yellow Jackets lead over Greenback 28-0. 48. Oh, 48-0? Oh, I saw that wrong. Yeah, that'll have a running clock in that second half, and that's about what we figured would happen.
That's about what I thought too.
So we've got the back judge throwing a flag. That means that this is a delay of game penalty. Okay. So instead of a 3rd and 20, Oak Ridge is going to have a 3rd and 25.
Yeah, play clock at 0.
3rd and 25.
So at this point, you just try to get out of here with no mistakes and punt this thing away.
Yeah, you want to get some room so you're not punting out of your own end zone. Because at this point, if it's an incomplete pass, you're going to be kicking out of your own end zone again. Field position's huge right here.
Stansberry, handoff, and this is a draw to Porter. Porter, ooh,
there was something there. Did he grab the face mask or horse collar or something there?
Oh, man. I don't see a flag, so they didn't think so.
No.
But Porter's signaling he wanted a horse collar.
He changed directions in an odd way there right at the end.
So we've got...
Deep to receive for Powell and Ewald.
Yeah, I thought that might be a horse collar.
That is horse collar. A lot of people think, we saw that really good right there on that Chuck Fleischman replay. A lot of people think you got to reach in under the shoulder pads to get that call. You do not.
No.
All you got to do is grab around where the nameplate would be, and that is the definition of a horse collar. So maybe a missed opportunity there. So Pearson on to punt this.
Delay a game again.
And we've got another delay a game.
Delay a game.
So the Wildcats backed up to the 20-yard line.
And 15.
I'm not sure why that was slow getting in. There's not a play you're calling right there. You're just going to punt.
Wouldn't think so. Pearson's punt is a high end-over-end spinner, and it will take a knuckleball kind of bounce.
Checked up right there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It'll land right at midfield. A 30-yard punt. And so Powell has a Hammers 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like a good pitching wedge coming in there and just checked up right there.
So Powell with an opportunity, a second short field in a row. Their offense has momentum. I'd say their defense has momentum here. An opportunity to take the lead here.
Yeah, you could definitely feel a momentum shift from the Oak Ridge side to the Powell side. Oak Ridge needs to make a play, make a stand here.
So empty set, this is how they began the game. Rogers alone in the backfield, 5 wide. And pump fakes and just gets it out to Wheeler. And I'd say that I think that was about the same play call from the first play of the game.
I think it was.
Wheeler gets up to the 45, pickup of 5, makes it 2nd and 5.
What we used to do, we would script our first 10 plays. And then we would chart the plays as we called them during the first quarter, and we'd highlight anything that got over 5 yards, and we'd call it again the second quarter.
Rogers, handoff, Wheeler. And Wheeler stacked up.
Not much there that time.
They're going to give him 3 inches. 3rd and 5. See, you're talking about scripting your first 10 plays and repeating what worked.
Yeah.
That play didn't work for them.
No.
First play of the game.
No, it didn't.
It did a lot better that second time around, though.
Yes, it did.
So 3rd and just shy of 5, and Oak Ridge jumps. Hard count by Rogers gets them. And so the Panthers will have an uninherited Hammers 1st and 10. I'm sorry, an inherited.
There you go.
Yeah, I said that backwards.
A good hard count.
Rogers with Wheeler beside him, 2 wideouts either side. Takes a snap, high snap again, fakes the handoff to Wheeler and gets it out and up to the 26-yard line for Powell is Weston Williams.
Yeah, a little play action. We've seen that one play too before.
Yep.
And looks like they found one that works right there. It worked really well.
Yep, and that is one of those uninherited Hammers 1st and 10s.
That one was earned. Absolutely.
So Powell on the move. And fumble. Rogers picks it up off a bounce. He's in trouble. Has to throw this one away. And Rogers is hurt.
He hurt his hand. I don't know if he hit his hand on a helmet or what happened there.
I don't know either, but that is his throwing hand he's holding. We'll see it here on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Under pressure. Yeah,
it got hit at the end there, but
yeah.
Well, maybe that's what it was.
Maybe that's what it was.
Rogers is going to stay in the game, though. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 26. Bunch formation to the left. High snap again. Handoff Wheeler. Wheeler looking for room. And the Powell crowd wants a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like they continued the tackle well out of bounds right there.
There's a little bit of jawing going on down there.
I've noticed that before, too. Brad kind of pointed that out on the replay, too. They get a little chippy out here.
Coach Lowe wants an explanation.
Yeah, they kind of slow, and then Wheeler gives him a shot back when he jumps up.
Third and 8. Rogers back to pass, looking to his left. Now he's going to have to roll to his right. Steps up and keeps it himself. Breaks a tackle. He's going to have enough for the Hammers. 1st and 10 and more. Reaches for the goal line. Short of the end zone, but he's going to be down at the 1. It'll be a Hammers 1st and goal. Rogers looked like he had nothing. In fact, less than nothing. Ended up with a lot more than that.
Yeah, you gotta be amazed at the composure right here. Rolls to his right, gets off the spot, and then he says, "Uh-oh, I gotta go, and he goes.
And honestly, if Rogers hadn't turned around and looked behind him, he would have scored right there.
I think he would have.
But he slowed down to look for that defender. So Hammers 1st and goal. Rogers. Oh, flags.
Looked like several of them. Offsides.
Dead ball. Offsides by Oak Ridge. That'll move the ball half the distance to the goal, which, I don't know, you move it up. I don't know. That
18 inches maybe?
Yeah. I mean, look how close. You see it there on your screen, how close that ball is to the goal line. I mean, this is where, old-timers are screaming at the screen like, go under center, quarterback sneak.
Yeah, quarterback sneak.
We've got a timeout, Oak Ridge. Coach Rang wants to talk about it. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Quality appliances from brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
And back to the OEB Law Game of the Week out of that timeout. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. Glad you're with us this evening.
This is classic goal line defense. You're going to see those defensive linemen down in the 4-point stance, elbows flexed, trying to get the low, win the battle of the low man.
You see the graphic there for IB3 Global Solutions, a sponsor of tonight's game. We thank them very much, and we'll tell you a little bit more about them. Rogers takes that shotgun snap. He's going to keep it all the way. Gets into the end zone, and Powell has a lead. Touchdown, Panthers! Well, that first drive by Oak Ridge, you started thinking like, this Wildcats team, they might win this thing going away. Yeah, as Corso would say, not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast.
Touchdowns brought to you tonight by Sharon Gleason for Oak Ridge School Board Leadership for the Next Generation, paid for by the candidate. As Stooksbury on to attempt the extra point. It's up, it's good. So now Powell has doubled the Oak Ridge score. Panthers lead at 14-7. And we'll see this Chuck Fleischman. No, we won't see this Chuck Fleischman replay. This is your OEB Law Game of the Week. Once again, glad you are with us. And let's go ahead and tell you more about IB3 Global Solutions, as we said that we were going to do after we tell you about Sabre Beauchamp, County Commissioner, and Sabre Beauchamp saying, roll Wildcats, roll. And IB3 Global Solutions, mission first. Always put the mission first. Headquartered in Oak Ridge, IB3 Global delivers focused solutions to a diverse customer set across the federal government. From East Tennessee, they project a worldwide footprint in support of their customers. Also, thank you to Climax Roofing. More than just a roofing company, Climax Roofing and Renovations, committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceeding your expectations. Contact them today to discuss your project and let them bring your vision to life. They got a 5-star rating on Google. Also, thank you to Wildcat for Life Mike Kelly, affiliate broker for Betsy Coleman Realty Company. Give Coach Mike Kelly a call today for all your real estate needs. So we get set for this local 102 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters kickoff off North Broadway in Knoxville, not too far from here. Give them a call for more information. Stooksbury set to kick this one deep. Presley back deep to receive. Going to try a squibber again, and this one not as good as Demillion Porter, the starting running back, takes it, and Porter, the ball's free. The ball is free. Panthers everywhere. There may have been too many Panthers there.
The Panther faithful are pointing in the Panther direction.
And it is Powell that comes up with that football. Wow. Big turnover there.
That is a big momentum breaker right there.
So instead of Oak Ridge getting another offensive possession, it is the Panthers of Powell with the Hammers 1st and 10, and they've got it at the Oak Ridge 31-yard line, another short field.
What'll be interesting to see if Powell comes out here and tries to go over the top early for the big play off of the turnover. A lot of coaches like to do that. They sense the momentum shift. The defense may be down a little bit because they're having to come right back out. It'll be interesting to see if we see a deep play right here.
3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Wheeler stands to the right of Rogers. Rogers drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Under fire. And now jump pass is almost picked off. Anthony Angel almost had it.
I thought he did.
So here's that kickoff. Let's watch that. So Porter gets it and has a great return.
Just like somebody punches it from behind.
That's exactly what happened. That someone was Jonte Dunn.
Yeah, Dunn comes up and punches it from behind. Strip drill.
2nd and 10 following that incompletion. Rogers with 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff Wheeler. Wheeler up the middle. Gets to those linebackers up to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 6 will make it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Hibbins on the tackle right there, but he got a nice gain. And looked like he bulldogged him just a little bit right there. Kind of took him, brought him down.
Under 4 left to play in this first half. 2 wide either side this time. Rogers fakes the handoff, quick pass. That is complete, and that's enough for a Hammers 1st and 10. Gets it out to Williams.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times tonight.
Needed 4, got about 6. See the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Yeah, it kind of puts a corner in a bind right there because you got the Z going deep, and the Y right there, the running a little speed out.
Quick pass by Rogers. Complete by Jackson. And great pickup on that Hammers 1st and 10 for Jackson.
Yeah, this is
Powell's moving.
Yeah, a little wide receiver screen right there. And, Powell's not in any hurry. No. Obviously, we got 3 minutes left. They'd like to score with nothing left on the clock.
2nd and a long 2. Split backs now in the backfield for Powell. Handoff goes to Wheeler. Wheeler wheeling his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Powell. Powell. Just like that, the Panthers up 2 scores in this one.
Yeah, that was a nice play. 2 backs, kind of a little isolation power play off the left side. Wheeler cuts it back in once he gets to the second level and finds the end zone.
And Sharon Gleason happy with her advertising tonight. Sharon Gleason for Oak Ridge School Board. Leadership for the next generation paid for by the candidate. 4 tutties in this one so far already. As Stooksbury's extra point is good. And with 2:41 left to go in this first half, a turnover on the kickoff gives Powell another short field, and the Panthers take advantage of it on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Let's get Chuck Fleischman in here. Let's watch this touchdown again. Handoff goes to Wheeler, and then Wheeler just finding his way in the middle. I like that, Matt. If he can get against a linebacker, I like his ability to make that guy miss.
Yeah, that's a matchup you want. Him against the linebacker, him against the safety. You got a good shot.
And Stooksbury with this squib kick has neutralized Will Presley's effect here, as that ball will bounce into the end zone. So kickoff sponsored by UA Local 102, reminding you there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. So Oak Ridge will have it. The Hammers 1st and 10 with 2:41 left to go in the first half, trailing this game 21-7.
The second quarter has been a big turnaround in this game. First quarter, you felt like Oak Ridge was in control, dominating the process. And then second quarter, Powell takes over.
Now, this is a huge drive for Oak Ridge, because if they can get points here and get it into halftime, they will get the ball to start the second half. Quick out to Presley. Presley stacked up where he caught it. No gain, makes it 2nd and 10.
Powell's playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're seeing everything in front of them and reacting appropriately. I think you're going to see a shot over the top here before long. Is the way they're running to the edge right now to cover the screens like that. Now your safeties are still deep, and you're playing too high right there. But
Stansberry steps up. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Instead wants to throw it, and does.
Finds it tight end.
Yeah, that pass is complete to Howard, and that's enough to move the sticks for Hammers 1st and 10. And again, just watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. You can tell that's a sophomore out there, by the way. That Malik Howard is a sophomore. He's a big guy.
Yeah, Stansberry did a really nice job getting off of the spot there and finding the open man.
Stansberry drops back to pass, now rolls to his left. Decides to go to his check down receiver, and
out of bounds.
Yep, got out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, which is a good thing for Oak Ridge, because, man, they were letting a lot of time run off.
It's still running. Now they stopped it.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll put some time back on the clock here. And they will.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to do that.
Mr. Wyatt comes over. He's going to tell them how much time to put back on. $113 is what Coach Lowe signaled up.
There we go.
And Oak Ridge is taking a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Home appliance financing available. Apply online at pattersonsappliances.com.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week, and as we do every week, I say we, Tim Elrod, OEB Law, donates $1,000 to the homeschool. You see the Powell cheerleaders there taking that big $1,000 check. So we thank OEB Law. They do this for every home team, every single game. They do that for Rivalry Thursdays, too. So OEB Law giving out a bunch of money to these schools. Wide receiver screen is set up, and a towel goes flying, and that is Jefferson. So the clock will stop temporarily to move the chains. It's a Hammers 1st and 10 at the Powell 49 for Oak Ridge.
And the chains are not set, and he's already cranked the clock. Never really understood that.
So good gain there. Handoff, and this goes to Jermichael Howard, and he's up to the 45, and Oak Ridge, I believe, is going to stop the clock with 33 seconds left in the first half. Indeed, that's exactly what's going to happen. This time out brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, saying thank you for your support over 55 years.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week out of the timeout. Oak Ridge facing a 2nd and 6. Stacked wide outs to the left. H-back on the left as well. That's Howard. Stansberry steps up in the pocket. He's sacked. A loss of 6 makes it 3rd and 11, and you wonder if Oak Ridge is going to take a timeout here. They've got one remaining, or if they're just going to go into the half after that one.
Garcia had a nice push up front. The whole center of that pocket just collapsed.
So now you think 6 seconds left. Stansberry going to try to chuck this one into the end zone, I would think. Stansberry, high pass to Howard, and he's pushed out of bounds.
They said that's the half.
So, yeah, that is the half. So, Oak Ridge comes out, scores on their opening possession. Then Powell comes back, scores 3 times. The Panthers, with a short field, lead this thing 21-7. Halftime festivities coming up. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Step up your game in this 24 Ford Maverick Hybrid, $25,515. 23 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, $30,995. 24 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $59,757. Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
And Mark Criswell. Additional staff includes Spencer Cassidy, Maggie Kirkland, Zach Todd, Skylar Whitehouse, Anika Blackburn, Philip Kagaida, Brooke Dewey, Chip Lima, Hugh Lindsay, and Jared Schaefer. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Evie Lamb and Brewer Mooney. The band captain is Philip Pintock. This year's show is entitled Black Swan. Musical selections include works by Tchaikovsky and Sia. Tonight's soloists are Micah Fletcher and Eli Turner.
He said, well, I said, I can come Saturday morning, so I'll come Sunday. I was like, well, I got football day. I'll get over it. I'm only working half a day Monday. And it's ingenuity and audio video.
You got a guy where I was at.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
Bringing the healthcare, primary care out to our rural communities. I've had patients tell me that if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be able to have any kind of health care. So us being able to go into these areas and provide that on-site care to these patients that can also come back week to week if they need for follow-up primary care, it is life-changing. It means a world of difference between actually life and death for them.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
That's it.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2023 Ford Expedition Limited 4x4 $67,950, 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor SVT $41,950, 2023 Ford Escape ST Line $28,940. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week, as what a performance by that Oak Ridge band. That was fantastic, and we're able to bring that to you with the sponsorship of Medic Regional Blood Center.
Yeah, Medic's got a special promotion going on right now. It's, what's it called? It's the Eddie Check. That's the Eddie Check. And it's really concerned with guys, when you donate blood, they're going to give you a PSA check. And the PSA check is prostate-specific antigen, very important to me. I'm a prostate cancer survivor. My prostate cancer was first detected with an increase in that PSA that my doctor, Dr. Allen, was monitoring. And prostate cancer, if you catch it early, stage 1 is a very treatable, survivable cancer. But you got to do the test. And Aaron, it's a real simple test. It's, you're just going to do the blood test, and Medic's going to even do it for you on your blood during the Eddie Check time. So September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and I think it's a great thing that Medic's doing with this. So I wholeheartedly support that. So
at what age do guys? I'm 35. Is
right.
This something, and I donate blood to Medic anyway. So is it something that I need to try to specifically get out and try to do this month for that reason? For most guys, if you don't have a family history, 50 is generally when they start screening, maybe late 40s. I had a family history, so I started screening at 48. If you do have a family history, they say once you cross that 40 threshold, you need to start getting the PSA done. So in Medic doing this, when I read about this, Brad kind of shared this with us this week, I was all fired up about this because this is a great thing that Medic is doing with the Eddie Check. So guys, you got to know your number. And ladies, for those guys out there in your life you love dearly, you got to know your number. So get that PSA done. Yeah, a lot of guys are stubborn too. They don't like going and seeing doctors and all that. So this is a good way to trick your husband into getting his PSA checked. Say, hey, you're not going to a doctor, you're going to go donate blood, and it's a good thing. It's for a good cause because, your blood donation can save someone's life. So always donating blood, it's for a great cause.
Absolutely. It's a win-win. You get the check, you get the PSA check. Guys, you get a good T-shirt, neat T-shirt. You usually get some kind of appetizer maybe. Some coupons. I know my wife got a Dollywood ticket the last time she donated. So
yeah, they run promotions like that all the time. At medic.org, you can go find out more information on that. You can sign up for their email list, their text list, and they'll send you what promotions they're currently running so that hey, it's Dollywood ticket time. Like, I need to get to a blood drive so that I can donate and get a Dollywood ticket. Or just recently, they had a drawing for Morgan Wallen tickets for everyone who donated. They do the blood drive every year, the Kentucky versus Tennessee game, the competition between those two schools to see who can donate more blood. So promotions going on like all year round, and you can get more information on that and stay up to date with what Medic's doing because, like I said, a blood donation could save someone's life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you've ever been in that situation where a family member needed that blood, it's always great knowing that it's there.
Yeah, because you put some blood in that blood bank. As we see Powell cheerleaders there on the sidelines. We got just over a minute left until we kick off this second half. So let me run down some of the scores of interest for you that we have. In the third quarter, with 8:08 left to go in that third quarter, as I said, Anderson County leads over Bearden 21-18. So that is a close game right there. Oliver Springs up at halftime over Harriman, 19-7. Rockwood up at Midway at halftime, 22-20. Oneida up over Eagleton Academy at halftime, 13-0. And those are some of the scores of interest. Oh man, clock running in the fourth quarter. Sevier County up on Lenore City, 42-6.
Ooh.
So Sevier County, I said in the pregame that this could be a rematch in the playoffs, but standing in the way of that, because it would be a semifinals matchup if they did play in the playoffs. Powell, if they got by West, would have to also get by Sevier County in Region 1-5A, and Sevier County, they look tough this year.
It's Smoky Bears, right?
It is.
Smoky Bears, they sound tough.
As we get set for
Grizzlies.
We get set for a kickoff sponsored by the local 102 Plumbers Steamfitters Union out of Knoxville. And this is a more normal kickoff, taken at about the 10-yard line. And I believe that's Porter on the return.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually not.
Was it not?
Oh, it is. It's Tyree Porter, not DeMillion Porter.
Henderson and Doherty.
So I was right.
You were right.
It was a different Porter than I thought it was.
You didn't know you were right, but you were right.
That's
you
right.
thought you were mistaken, but you were wrong.
You know what? It's good to get lucky sometimes.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
There you go. So Oak Ridge going to try to get something started. Really haven't done anything on offense since that first drive. Stansberry handoff. And pretty good gain this time.
Yeah, nice little gain right there.
And that is Rush Douglas.
Tackle is made by Wheeler.
And see where they mark it. They give him the 32. About a 5-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 5.
Looked like Wheeler on the tackle there. Played that corner position really well. Powell's really stayed pretty true to that too high safety look tonight.
Stansberry. Handoff. And maybe a pickup of 1. And that's Douglas again.
Wasn't a lot of room in there at all. Got a nice little push, but that gap closed down so quickly by the Powell defense.
So DeMillion Porter is not in the game. It has been Douglas to start this second half. Stansberry facing a 3rd and 4. Looks to the sideline to get the play. Calls it out. Takes the snap. Rolling to his right. Gets this to Presley. Presley's got the Hammers 1st and 10.
Nice throw and catch right there.
And that's all you got to do. Just keep the sticks moving. There is a flag on the play, though.
I see it. I saw it on the graphic on the replay before I saw it on the field.
I don't know what that's in the area of, but Oak Ridge is walking backwards.
Yes, they are.
I mean, the play went to the right. You wouldn't think that would be a hold. And it is, though.
Exactly what it is.
Oh, man.
That's
the flag away from the play.
Takes the first down away. It makes third and what, 16?
15 or 16. Well, no.
13. It's that Common Core math coming back on me again.
There you go. Ball at the 24. Got to make the 38. Stansberry takes the snap. Again rolls to his right. He's going to have to get rid of it, though, under a ton of pressure. He's sacked.
Yeah, under a ton
all the way back to the 15-yard line. Oak Ridge has got a punt. So we thought they moved the sticks, but a penalty knocks it back, and Powell's going to get this football back up by 2 scores.
Yeah, Oak Ridge will be punting pretty much off of their goal line. They'll probably get the ball about midfield if I don't miss my guess too much.
Pearson, low snap, gets an end-over-ender off, takes an Oak Ridge bounce, and will be taken off a hop at midfield and down to about the 45.
Coach Lowe was saying, get away, get away.
Dewo said,
I got it, Coach. I got it. That's what makes you have gray hair as a coach.
So, look at this. Powell with a short field again.
Again, yeah. Field position has been really tough for Oak Ridge tonight. Offense has really not generated since that first drive, and so Powell's getting the ball in great field position. And so short field, lots of points.
All 3 Panther scorers have come with drives that started in Oak Ridge territory. Rogers. Pump fakes, looks downfield. He's looking for. And, this is going to be an offensive pass interference.
I think this is an offensive call right here.
He was trying to find Wheeler, and Wheeler knew he couldn't get to it, so he thought he would just hit the defender.
Yep. Offensive pass interference. Don't see that one often.
You don't, but, I mean, it's not like Wheeler didn't make it obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, it was obvious. And that linesman has his hat off, which means that somebody was out of bounds and came back in.
So that's now hold on a minute now. That's a 15-yard penalty, not a 20.
Yeah. First and 25.
It sure is. So Hammer's first and very long. And this time Rogers is just going to hand it off, and not a lot there, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think it's a hold there on the backside of that play.
And number 67, Stevens.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was tackle takedown.
So Niwa has started in that running back position, and they've had Wheeler out playing wide receiver to start this drive.
Yeah, it's almost a two-headed monster right there.
So that's a 10-yard penalty on Powell, and we're about to have to do a ton of math.
First and 35.
So let's see. That's ball's at the. Is it placed directly on the 30? It is. It's got to be on the opposite 35. So yeah.
Right now it's about First and Clinton Highway.
Yes, it is.
Two backs are going to throw deep here. I do suspect. No, we could run the ball.
And that goes to Niwa, and he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, the Oak Ridge defense woke up at halftime. They're playing with a little chip on their shoulder right now. There's a hold right there they didn't call.
Ball placed back on the 30, so 2nd and 35.
Okay, Wheeler's back in the backfield now.
Yep. And Wheeler gets the handoff. Ooh, shoestring tackle.
Yeah, right on the edge there.
Wheeler looked like he had some room. Wayne Gibson gets him down, though. So that gets him up to the 38, an 8-yard pickup on the play. So that should be 3rd and 27. Rogers takes a snap, drops back.
There he's on. He's out. He's out.
Yep, he's going to take it himself. And Rogers gets all the way up to the 39-yard line. He needed the 35. This will bring up 4th and 4, and I'm not sure if you're Powell, you don't just line it up and.
They're signaling the next play, and they won't snap it quick.
So remember, they had a 4th and 4 earlier in the first half, and they did a hard count, and Oak Ridge jumped. Hard count again. Oak Ridge doesn't fall for it this time. So this time Rogers runs kind of to the sidelines. And it gets a play call. So they'll do it for real this time. Maybe. They will. There's a snap. Handoff. That goes to Wheeler, and Wheeler's got it.
He's got it.
Hammers 1st and 10. Got just over the 35, down to the 34.
That was a statement play right there.
Powell had it 2nd and 28 and somehow converted.
Yeah.
In 2 plays.
Nice, and both of them runs. It wasn't a long pass at all. Both of them, they ran the ball.
Rogers, he will throw this one out. And up to about the 28-yard line. That goes to Jackson. So pickup of 7 should make it 2nd, about 3, maybe 4. Rogers gets the play from the sideline.
Got a new football in.
Wheeler in the backfield.
Yeah.
Wideout takes off a little bit early.
He was, yeah. He's got single coverage out there, and I think he was really excited. He's thinking, man, hey, I got this.
And he'll come out of the game. Trying to play some of that Canadian football.
Yeah, that's always confusing to me.
Band playing rendition of the 80s hit Word Up.
Cameo.
By Cameo, that's right. Rogers, handoff. No, kept it. Had me fooled. And Rogers gets the outside. He's run out of bounds at about the 26. Flag comes in.
Yeah, I think we got a block in the back.
He would have been close to a first down. Coming into this game, Rogers was the leading rusher for Powell, so you know he's absolutely capable.
Oh, absolutely. I'd say he's probably got the most rush yards tonight, too.
Block in the back is the call. You were all over it. Yeah, so where they'll mark it, it'll be the 37. So second and right at about 13.
Very makeable for this Powell offense.
Handoff Wheeler off right tackle, and Wheeler gets up to about the 32-yard line. No, they only give him the 35. He must have gone out.
Yeah, he must have gone out of bounds.
I thought he had a lot better spot than that.
3rd and long.
Oh, that is a heck of a spot. Look at that. Great job by the officials.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we got the benefit of a Chuck Fleischman replay. They do not. So Rogers drops back to pass. Under pressure, steps up, just dumps it underneath, and that's enough for a Hammers 1st and 10. Williams moves the sticks.
Yeah, that's amazing. Deuce Rogers gets off the spot, finds the open man, makes the play.
And look at this. They're going to spot where they spot it. They're actually going to call it short.
Short, okay. 4th down.
Oh, boy. I thought he had it easily, but Rogers takes the snap, handoff. Nope, keeps it again.
He keeps it again around the left side.
And it doesn't matter. He's got it this time. Hammers 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're moving up to about the 21-yard line now.
And more importantly, they're moving the clock as well. We're under 6 minutes. We played over half a quarter here. New quarterback.
Yeah, Rogers' helmet came off. So it's Brody Hollowell, and he's just going to hand it off to Wheeler.
That's not a bad play call.
Nope.
Somebody in the crowd just said, buckle your helmet up. Hey, hadn't thought of that.
It's a crazy idea, but it just might work.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
So Wheeler got about 4 on 1st down, makes it 2nd and 6. Rogers back in the game. Rogers fakes the handoff to Wheeler and carries some defenders.
Yeah, he's close to another 1st down, I think. Yeah, they're just methodically moving down the field. No.
I wasn't going to call it a 1st down until
you were right, man.
I was watching the official. I've been burned by that too much tonight.
Brody Naughton got out for a nice lead block right there, too.
3rd and very short, 4 down territory, I'm sure, depending on what happens on this play. Rogers takes the snap, drops back to pass. Now he's going to go for the corner of the end zone. He's got a man there. It's caught. Touchdown, Powell.
Nice. Little play action, had a single coverage on the outside, and it was an easy throw and catch.
Dezion Jackson Just a sophomore. Oh. There's a flag right there in the corner of the end zone where the catch was made. So
I didn't see what happened there.
I'm anticipating a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty maybe. No, it's a personal foul on Powell.
Wow.
So, but the touchdown stays. So that is a Sharon Gleason for Oak Ridge School Board touchdown, leadership for the next generation, paid for by the candidate. Didn't see it. Oh, that's what it is. It wasn't a personal foul. It was definitely unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike, yeah.
Yeah. And it just, like, does it right in front of the official there.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. He'll learn.
Well, I had a coach tell us, act like you've been there before. Act like you made it into the end zone before.
Yeah.
And it's really not that big a deal.
Well, Stewksbury makes it 28-7, and Panthers are up 3 scores in the third quarter of your OEB Law Game of the Week. So IB3 Global Solutions is sponsored tonight's game. Mission first. Always put the mission first. Headquartered in Oak Ridge, IB3 Global delivers focused solutions to a diverse customer set. Across the federal government from East Tennessee, they project a worldwide footprint and support of their customers. It's IB3 Global Solutions. Also, Anderson County Commissioner Saber Beauchamp, sponsor of tonight's game, says, roll Wildcats roll. Not really doing much of that rolling tonight, though, unless you're saying rolling over.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. That was a shot, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Maybe they'll respond and I can take it back. Climax Roofing, also a sponsor tonight, more than just a roofing company. They are committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceeding your expectations. Contact them today to discuss your project and let them bring your vision to life. And Mike Kelly, Wildcat for Life, affiliate broker for the Betsy Coleman Realty Company. Give Coach Mike Kelly a call today for all your real estate needs. So we get set for this UA Local 102 kickoff. And it is high, and Presley maybe should have just let that one roll out of bounds. Because instead...
Oh, he's around the edge, but he's out.
He's just going to run out of bounds.
Yeah. Oh, we got something else going now, too. Oh, there's another flag.
And that was thrown from the sideline, and I think that's on Coach Lowe. It looked like the official was pointing at Coach Lowe.
I think he was pointing at the bench anyway.
But Coach Lowe is tearing into Adrian Daugherty.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. If we got 2 fouls or the 2 officials saw the same foul. We're discussing it.
Personal foul in Oak Ridge. And then dead ball, personal foul. So those offset. So let's see if this ball would have gone out of bounds. That would have gone out of bounds.
I think it would have.
And Presley's foot was really close to that boundary, too. Trying to make something happen there before he just runs out of bounds. And we see some talking. So on this Hammers 1st and 10, Presley's going, or Stansbury's going deep, trying to find Presley. And that pass is incomplete.
He let that one rip for a long way right there.
2nd and 10.
Presley just couldn't catch up with it. Good protection. Yeah, a little hand fighting right there.
So the corner the defensive back had inside leverage on that play.
Right.
But it looked like the pass went to the inside.
Right.
Stansberry rolls to his right. He's running for his life. He's going to be drugged down, and that is a horse collar tackle.
That's a classic example right there.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
Yeah, you can't make it any easier than that. Easier to call, I mean.
Yeah, both officials saw that one and were in agreement. I'm not sure what the discussion is. Okay.
Personal foul. Horse collar.
Call is horse collar against Powell. It'll be first and 10, Oak Ridge.
All right.
From the 44.
So watching this replay, yeah, I mean you can't make it any more obvious than that.
If you look up horse collar in the dictionary, it'll have that video clip.
Sure will.
That's awful.
Oak Ridge at the 44 now. With, I guess that's what you would call an inherited first down, but I think he earned that one.
Yeah, I think he did.
So, trying to decide if we want to play football. Having a lengthy conversation.
I'm not sure what the discussion is. The flag is still laying about the 0 there at the 10 on the just about the 11-yard line, maybe.
I wonder if they were discussing it like maybe where that penalty should have been enforced. Okay, so it's actually, they enforced it from the wrong place.
From the spot instead of the previous spot.
Yeah, and so what happens now is they have to move the sticks back to where they were because that play will not result in an automatic first down.
Yeah, that was an error.
And now I don't even remember. Was it second down?
No, I think it's going to be third down. I think it was second down. I think it'll be third down. Depending on where the chains. Okay, yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember what down that play was on.
Well, they've got second on the box.
Okay, so after all of that, they're saying 2nd and 5, and I think that is probably right.
I think that's right. It took them a while to get there, but I think that's right.
Now Mr. Whitehat saying, raise the roof. All right. 2nd and 5, Stansberry. Handoff. Looking for running room. Not a whole lot there.
Not a lot. Nice little cutback inside.
That goes to Jermichael Howard. So again, still don't see DeMillion Porter out there.
Yeah. Thomas for Powell just really widened that play really nice.
Hammers 1st and 10 now for Oak Ridge. Stansberry extends the pocket, looks, and that pass is almost picked off.
Fenner had his eyes on that one.
Trying to find Howard.
Yeah, Fenner had his eyes set on that one.
It's a ball at the Oak Ridge 39-yard line. Wildcats, they're not moving very fast, and they haven't moved fast in their possessions all night, but with them trailing 3 scores, 21 points, they are running out of possessions here.
Yeah, we're winding down the third quarter.
And here's a good run. Still on his feet, breaking tackles onto the Powell side of the field, down to the 44-yard line. And again, that's Howard.
Jermichael Howard with a nice run right there.
Yeah, you see the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Good body lean.
Bouncing off tacklers.
Porter's been doing a lot of that during the first half, but he's not been in the second half. I wonder if he's got an injury or something going on.
And you see your scoring summary. It has been all Powell since after the first quarter. Howard again with the carry. This time he's going backwards. They'll mark him at the 47. Loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12.
Yeah, it was just jammed up inside right there.
It's 2nd and 13.
Garcia has played a really nice ball game in the interior tonight. They've not been able to move him. He's kind of maintained his position right there and been able to force a double team.
Stansberry looks, gets it to Presley. Presley's up to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 6. We'll make it 3rd and 6.
At 22, keeper. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Like we used to call it a sail route with the combination flat kind of curl in behind it.
Handoff. Nothing for Howard. Picks up a yard. It'll be 4th and a long 5 with 30 seconds left in this third quarter. So if you're Oak Ridge, you can send this into the fourth quarter and talk about what you would want to do here on 4th down.
I think that's what they're going to do. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do.
And I would think if you're going to do that, then you're probably planning to go for it on 4th down. So it'll be 4th and just a little more than 5 when we start the fourth quarter for Oak Ridge, trailing this game 28-7 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker.
4th down, Aaron.
What do you think?
We're going to go for it. I'm not sure what we're going to do play-wise.
It's 4th and 6 from the 40.
I think down 3 scores, you're going to have to try to extend this drive.
So Oak Ridge is going to go for it. Stansberry rolls to the left. Gets the ball up in the air, trying to find Presley. It's incomplete. Powell will take over at the Panther 40-yard line.
Was that ball tipped? I was looking downfield at the routes. I think it was tipped the way it came out.
Let's see. Nope.
No. Just must have slipped out of his hand. Now the defense got to get a stop here.
Deuce Rogers. Connor Wheeler beside him. 3 wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Rogers fakes the handoff and now gets it out to a man wide open. And still picking up yards up the sideline. And he's going to be brought down. But that's Weston Williams. And Powell on the move already.
They've hit that route several times tonight. That's the first time they broke it big.
And there's nothing complicated about that.
No, that's just simple football. It's just Oak Ridge doesn't have the personnel to match up with that route.
Hammers 1st and 10. Ball inside the 15. Wheeler locked up. And maybe 1. I don't think so, though. No, they're going to say no gain. 2nd and 10. Wheeler gets the handoff again, and again he's stacked up.
Stop by number 38, Woody, and number 22, Pereira.
And they'll give him half a yard.
Yeah,
or so.
Powell's kind of taking their time. No big hurry right here.
3rd and 9. And I tell you, if you're Powell right here, you get stopped up again, you probably kick a field goal right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Make it a 4-score game. Handoff. And what is this about kicking a field goal? Nah. Touchdown, Powell. That's Abu Kiefer.
Wow, that was a nice run by really your 3rd back in right there.
Man, I did not expect a score like this early in the 4th quarter.
No, I really didn't either. You got Connor Wheeler, then you got Niwa, now you got Kiefer.
Stooksbury on to attempt the extra point. It's up. It is good. 10:03 left to go in the 4th quarter. Powell tacks another 7 points on. The Panthers up in this all-cat showdown, 35-7 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a checks. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week as this kickoff is up, and it's bobbled by Presley. And Presley picks it up, and, yeah, he's down at the 10-yard line. And that last touchdown, sponsored by Sharon Gleason, Leadership for the Next Generation. Sharon Gleason for Oak Ridge School Board, paid for by the candidate. And that kickoff was sponsored by the Local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union in Knoxville. Go to ualocal102.org for more information. Man, things just not going right for Oak Ridge at all tonight.
No. The first drive was really great. Powell made some adjustments, and it's been all Powell since the end of the first quarter.
And Oak Ridge has sent a sophomore quarterback in. This is Parker Free. Free, hands off to Howard up to about the 14-yard line.
Nice little gain right there.
Keeper on the stop.
And you got to wonder, is it Oak Ridge conceding, or is it Oak Ridge trying to spark something, as we've got a player down on the field? And that is Mr. Howard.
Yeah,
who just got that
Howard, yeah.
carry.
Is that a cramp? We hope.
The way it's stretched, the way they're stretching it out, makes me think and hope that that is just what that is.
Just a cramp. We talked about that last week.
Yeah. A lot of injuries you can get in football. A cramp is something you can heal from pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah. A little pickle juice, electrolytes. You'll be good to go tomorrow.
So, yeah, it looks like he is the victim of a cramp. So, with a stiff leg, he'll walk off the field. So, back to my question, are you conceding this early in the first quarter, or are you just trying to get a spark?
Well, I think it's a couple of things. One, you are trying to get a little bit of a spark because we still have the rest of the starters out there. We just made a change at quarterback, but we want to give our number two a few snaps for the varsity as well. So because it's a long season.
So Rush Douglas in there as running back, and pass is complete. There's a fumble on the play. Okay, so that official says the runner was down. Not entirely sure.
Ooh,
no, he wasn't down.
I don't think he was.
So Oak Ridge will benefit from that one, and Parker Free's first pass of this game is a completion for a few yards. Free, by the way, dad is the baseball coach at Oak Ridge.
Oh, okay.
So. And handoffs going backwards. Brad was trying to tell me that, but I had the headset on and I couldn't tell what he was saying. But luckily for Brad, I've got friends in high places, so they can send me a text message I can shoot down and look at real quick and get that. So thank you, Elizabeth Beard, for that little factoid.
Ah, Miss Elizabeth. Punt formation. I think Powell's going to have a short field again.
It certainly looks that way.
Delay a game.
And it is a delay a game. I believe this is the third delay a game we've seen on Oak Ridge. So at this point, a comeback for the Wildcats is very improbable. So let's talk about what you do from this point moving forward. Pearson's punt has a backspin on it, didn't get a hold of it at all. But it does take an Oak Ridge bounce, and it will die at the Wildcat 41-yard line. So, I mean, this is not a region loss. This is not a loss that has to define your season by any means, but you are 0-2.
Right.
So,
I think the big thing you're going to do is you're going to take some lessons from this. That first drive was meticulously done. So you're going to try to pull that positive out of that. What went well during that first drive that we couldn't recreate on subsequent drives? I think the other thing too, you got to have a short memory in this game. If you dwell on the past too long, you're going to mess up the next opportunity. So, what was it Coach Lane used to say?
Next play.
Next play.
Yep. New quarterback for Powell as well, Brody Hollowell. Now, we've already seen him because Rogers' helmet came off, so he had to come in for one play, but he is in the game again. And I'm saying he's coming in for longer than one play this time, as Travis Brinson, a freshman for this team, is the running back. He gets the carry and picks up enough for the Hammers 1st and 10.
Looks like we're subbing wholesale right now. Looks like an entirely new offensive line, maybe. No, check that. We got a new backfield. That's for sure.
Yes. Hollowell. Handoff. This time, nothing for Brinson.
Brinson on the carry. Tackle is made by number 67, Stevens.
I'll be honest, I did not see this game going this way at all.
I thought the Wildcats would keep it closer. I think I gave the advantage to Powell, just in my preparation, the way they could run the ball. But I thought Oak Ridge would keep it closer. I really did.
But at the same time, and we talked about this a little bit in the pregame, didn't really know what to expect out of Oak Ridge coming into this one, because all they had was that first round, or that first week game. So we got a flag on the play. That first week game against Jefferson County, in which they lost. They got off to a slow start. They started that game down 21-0, came back, took the lead, and then Jefferson County able to come back and win that one. But you didn't really know what to expect out of Oak Ridge.
No, you didn't. You didn't know how they would respond. Now we got some new youngins up front. But yeah, you didn't know how they would respond, especially with 2 weeks. Wow, we rolled safeties up tight.
Hollowell, handoff. And on the carry is Demir Askew.
Run hard. I mean, he did get a lot of yardage out of that, but
no,
he's trying to push the pile, keep his feet moving.
Gonna make it a 3rd and 13. But yeah, it's a long season. This is week 3.
Exactly.
Out of 11.
They've got 8 more games.
Yep.
Wildcats do. And if they can right the ship, then you get a playoff run out of that.
Yeah, they've got the talent.
Absolutely.
And tripping and falling that time is, it's like Jamison Smith in the game now.
Sophomore.
That'll bring up 4th down.
And I guess we're going to run the clock down and punt.
Maybe. 9 seconds on that play clock.
Coach Lowe's looking at the play clock. Timeout.
All right, so that'll stop the clock with 3:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Visit pattersonsappliances.com and check out the current cash saving promotions.
4 Ford Maverick Hybrid, $25,515. 23 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, $30,995. 24 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $59,757. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
2023 Ford Expedition Limited 4x4, $67,950. 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor SVT, $41,950. 2023 Ford Escape ST Line, $28,940. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Wow, field goal.
And back to the OEB Law Game of the week, and this will be a field goal attempt. I think. We'll see. So I don't know if Stooksbury has this much leg. That's a lot. This is going to be a 54-yarder. He's going to try it anyway. That's up and woo!
Close.
About a yard shy. And Stooksbury upset. He really wanted that one, and man, he about drilled it.
Yeah, he hit it well.
Yeah, that would have been very impressive. Man.
It looked good.
So
just
close.
Just short. Missed it by that much.
Yeah, about another 2 more.
Now, wait a minute. The ball's supposed to be on the 20-yard line, right? Didn't it go in the end zone? Did it not go in the end zone? That's like a touchback.
Is it?
Yeah. Was last week.
That's true. That might be what the officials are talking about. Yeah, they're going to move it. Yeah, good call, Dr. Dan.
I was wondering.
So Oak Ridge will have it at the 20-yard line with the Hammers 1st and 10. So Parker Free back in at quarterback. Free handoff, and his running back's going the wrong direction. That's Rush Douglas. They'll say Douglas is down at the 14. That's a loss of 6, making it 2nd and 16.
Yeah, that play was boogered up from the beginning.
Free, going to throw this one. The pass is almost picked off. Trying to find Braden Sharp.
Yeah, Sharp. It hit Sharp, but I think the defender broke his view of the ball because that was almost a pick.
Woo. Jameson Smith.
Jameson Smith had a really great break on that.
So Free with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Douglas in the backfield with him. Free takes a snap, handoff. This is Douglas, and Douglas is met for no gain. And ball comes out, but he's claimed to be down. So that'll bring up 4th and 16.
Looked like Smith on that tackle again.
Dang. So I believe you'll see Pearson come out to punt this one away.
Yeah, by the time he kicks this, we'll be under 2 minutes.
I mean, if something crazy were to happen and Powell scored very quickly, we would have a running clock in this game.
We would.
And we've got another delay of game penalty. Now, I understand when you've got a lot of subs in, you don't know who should be in, who shouldn't be in.
Yeah, that gets chaotic on the sidelines. Whoever's running that depth chart over there. You know,
yeah.
your number 2's on the punt team. Get out there.
So there's Pearson. He'll punt this one away. This is a nice punt. And it will be a fair catch will be called and made. And they'll spot it at the 45-yard line. And the clock's not. Now the clock stopped.
The fair catch was that Cooper Wheeler, I think, is that? I'm spotting on.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Cooper Connor, are they related? I think.
I would say probably. Not gonna say for certain, so I'll just let my voice get real high. I'm not sure. Hammers 1st and 10. Hand off. Ball comes free. It's picked up by the quarterback. They'll say he's down. But that will result in a loss on the play. As we get to 70 seconds away from the end of this one.
Yeah, we'll probably snap it one more time.
And that's Gavin Amadori on the carry. He's a senior on this team.
Quarterback number 15, Kingston Knight.
So Powell brings in a freshman quarterback, Kingston Knight. Handoff, nothing there. That's Brinson. Big loss on the play. Now we've got to 30 seconds. That might be the last play. Play clock is off.
Yeah, we're lining up for the handshake.
Yeah, that'll do it. Wow. Oak Ridge comes in. Powell gets the ball first. The Panthers are stopped very early in their drive. Oak Ridge gets it, marches straight down the field and scores. And that's the best drive that Oak Ridge had for the rest of the night, as Powell would go on to outscore the Wildcats 35-0 from that point. And coming away with a big non-region 5A victory over Oak Ridge, 35-7.
That's a big win for Powell tonight. Big, of course, had a big win last week against Farragut. Big win this week. Powell's rolling right now.
Yeah, I mean, that was the final score of the Farragut game last week, 35-7. So, wow, I did not expect this one, just to be honest with you. So Oak Ridge, they've got to go back to the drawing board on this one.
I think the Powell defense impressed me tonight because, last week they held Farragut to 7. I thought Oak Ridge would score more points tonight, but the Farragut the Powell defense was able to really step up. So Garcia in the middle just had a phenomenal night. So it was a little bit of a surprise to me, Aaron.
So Oak Ridge will begin its region schedule next week by playing Carnes, and that game will be at Blankenship Field. And Powell has a region game visiting with Joe Osavet's team, Heritage, and that's at Heritage.
Saw them last night.
So you got to see those two teams 2 nights in a row. How do you think Powell stacks up against that team?
I think Powell would stack up very well. No disrespect to Heritage at all, but Powell does a lot of things really well right now.
Okay, so you're Derek Rang. You're in that huddle. You got a lot of disappointed guys, and rightfully so.
Right.
What do you tell them?
Well, and I've been there. You know, you guys say, hey, you know, the sun's going to come up tomorrow, I promise. And when we're going to forget about this one, we're going to get back to work next week. We're going to watch the video. We're going to learn from the good things. We're going to fix the bad things. And we're going to get ready for Carnes. And, you know, the region starts next week for them. So I think Coach Rang is going to focus on that, getting ready for the region. I think that's the big thing they've got to do.
Yeah. And as you said, 8 more games remaining. And that's region for Oak Ridge. They've not played a region game yet. So I like a regular season region championship is still up for grabs if you're Oak Ridge. As you know, it seems crazy coming off 0-2 start like this to be able to say something like that, but let's be honest, the 2 teams that they've been beaten by so far are pretty solid teams.
Are pretty good teams now. Yeah, there's not a slouch in the bunch on who they've played so far. I think, you know, there's no gimmies in their region schedule either. You got to show up each week to play those. But I think Coach Rang's going to get those things sorted out. Because you remember last year they started off like a house of fire. They kind of sputtered a little bit there in the middle and then finished pretty strong on that playoff run. And so I think that's kind of what's going to happen here. Now they've started, I thought, you know, tight ball game against Jeff County. This one ended up being a little bit of a blowout. But, yeah, you're going to pull your guys in. You're going to make that stretch run now, and that's what you got to get ready to do.
So I'm looking forward to Powell's schedule now. And in week 11, they've got West right here. That one is probably going to decide who wins that region championship.
I think that's the region championship game.
And I think if you win that region championship, you feel pretty good about your chances of maybe getting to Chattanooga to play for a gold ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the first step, right?
Yeah.
You know, because that gives you the favorable seating moving forward. I think the other thing there is you always want to take momentum from that playoff into that playoff run. So you want to be hitting on all cylinders week 7, 8, 9, and 10 so that you can bring that momentum into your playoff run.
So this one didn't go exactly how we expected it would go, but I can give you some final scores and some scores that are coming down the way. And then around 10 o'clock, we will send it to the studio for the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard Show. So Anderson County defeats Bearden tonight. Final score 35-18. I didn't expect that either.
No, I did. I thought Anderson County would have a shot. I thought Bearden playing at home would probably win that one in a tight one. But Anderson County's got something to prove this year, I think.
Carter defeated Gatlinburg-Pittman 21-7. I didn't see that one either.
I don't know much about the Hornets, but I know Gatlinburg-Pittman is usually a pretty solid program.
Coalfield got the win over Greenback tonight, 60-0.
Ooh, ouch.
West beat Farragut 38-3. Last update we have from Harriman, Oliver Springs was up in that one 26-7. Fulton and Halls in North Knoxville tied at 14 last count we have. That was in third quarter.
Okay.
Maryville blanks Bradley Central 38-0. So, yeah, that region maybe getting back a little bit more to normal.
I was going to say, yeah, Maryville's getting back on track.
Yeah. Oakdale shuts out Sunbright tonight 33-0. And let's see, Clinton defeats Scott High 48-13.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Carnes, though, we can say Gibbs was up on Carnes by a score of 28-14 in the fourth quarter. Oh, man, look at this. The Smoky Bears, Sevier County, defeating Lenoir City 42-6. Yikes.
Yeah.
Sevier County, they're good, by the way.
Yeah, They're, like I said at halftime, they're more like grizzly bears, right?
Yeah.
This year.
Oh, here's a game we talked about in the pregame. Loudon defeats Soddy Daisy 34-21.
Okay.
So good for the Redskins.
Good for the Redskins.
And another game we talked about in the pregame, Meigs County, a big winner over Kingston, 48-13.
Ooh, okay.
So it's going to be a long bus ride back for Coach Pankey and his team.
Yeah, and those are never pleasant. Those are never pleasant bus rides.
So AP poll, let's look at them here. First, we'll start with Class 1A. This is the very first AP poll of the season. McKenzie looking at number 1 there. Gordonsville coming in at number 2. Coalfield at number 3, followed by Whitwell, Union City, Oliver Springs, South Pitt. I think you're really looking at McKenzie right now. If you're trying to broadcast, pick that, it's going to be McKenzie, Gordonsville, Coalfield, or Oliver Springs. I think those, they'll throw Union City in there too,
right,
on the west side of the state. But those 5 teams are probably the 5 that will compete for a state championship this year. Yeah, and so if you get if Coalfield or an Oliver Springs gets to a semifinal game, they would play a Gordonsville.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just the way it looks right now from where I'm sitting. Class 2A, of course, East Robertson getting all but 1 of the first place votes. The only other one going to Marion County, but you got Decatur County Riverside right there at number 2. Milan. Look at Bledsoe County there at 6.
That's they've got that's new ground for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're up and down like everybody else, but top 10 in Class 2A for them. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, and York's not on that top 10 list.
Not yet.
After their great season a year ago. Alcoa, the number 1 team in Class 3A. But look at Meigs County getting 1 first-place vote. Get out of here. No, I'm sorry, no. East Nashville, number 2. I can buy that. Look, Meigs County, that team just defeated Kingston pretty big tonight. Meigs County, a good team. Not Alcoa good.
No.
Gatlinburg Pittman coming in at 6. Pigeon Forge at 8. Squatch County coming in at 9. That's a team that will travel to Coalfield later this season.
Down in Dunlap. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Class 4A poll, Upperman, number 1, followed by Greenville and Haywood, and Anderson County coming in at number 4. But, man, Anderson County made a huge statement tonight.
They did.
Defeating Bearden.
They did. That's a big statement. I was going to say, is one of those is a no contest or whatever?
Yeah, Greenville didn't even start their game.
No, they never even.
I don't think so. Oh, no. Yeah, they had to forfeit. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, because of the
ineligible player.
Okay,
yeah.
That's right.
So the 5A poll, Page is number 1 right now. You see West coming in at number 3. Walker Valley coming in at number 4, but I believe they're probably going to fall out of that top 10 because they were defeated by Cleveland tonight pretty soundly.
Yes.
And Sevier County coming in at number 5. I have a feeling they're going to move up that list.
Bump up.
So, and Powell at number 8, I think they move up after tonight's win too. So, and you look at 6A, Oakland up top with 14 first place votes. Maryville at number 3, back around the top where they should be.
Yeah, that's what we traditionally think of when we think of Maryville.
And then Bearden getting that 6th place. They'll fall after tonight after that loss to Anderson County. So that's where the polls stack up. Let's thank our sponsors one more time for tonight's game because, we can't do this without our sponsors. So we're thankful week in, week out when people come on board with us. And if you want to advertise with us, you want to get your name on TV, just like Sharon Gleason did tonight, just give Brad a call over there at BBB Communications in Oak Ridge. Sharon Gleason, Leadership for the Next Generation for Oak Ridge School Board, and that's paid for by the candidate. IB3 Global Solutions always putting the mission first, headquartered in Oak Ridge, IB3 Global delivers focused solutions to a diverse customer set across the federal government. From East Tennessee, they project a worldwide footprint in support of their customers. Also, Climax Roofing. We'll tell you about those in a second, but first let's tell you about, well, no, let's go ahead and do Climax Roofing. More than just a roofing company, Climax Roofing and Renovations committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceeding your expectations. Contact them today, discuss your project, and let them bring your vision to life. They've got that 5-star rating on Google. Now, let's mention Anderson County Commissioner Sabre Beauchamp. Roll Wildcats roll. And you know what? I'm not counting them out just yet. They've got a whole season to get that rolling and make Sabre Beauchamp happy. So, and Wildcat for Life, Mike Kelly, affiliate broker for Betsy Coleman Realty Company. Give Coach Mike Kelly a call today for all your real estate needs. Also, a big thank you to Big Orange Tree Service. Chase and Stiltner, no job too big, too small, fully insured, qualified. Full tree removal, stump grinding, gutter cleaning, lot clearing. Call 865-414-5499. Jason Stiltner, supportive in multiple games for us. We thank him for that. And just give a shout out to our normal sponsors, week in, week out. Of course, our title sponsor, OEB Law. Hammers, which sponsors our First Downs. Chuck Fleischman with our replays. The Local 102, Plumbers, Steamfitters Union in Knoxville, sponsoring our kickoffs. The Medic Regional Blood Center, sponsoring our halftime show. Patterson sponsors our timeouts. Oak Ridge Utility District, the Free Medical Clinic, Evans Mortuary, Roan Medical Center, and Covenant Health, Ray Varner Ford, Roan State Community College, S.L. Bowman and Sons, and Kathy May Martin. Thank you so much for your partnership with our Friday night broadcasts. And so now we will wrap this thing up, and we'll send it back to the studio there in Oak Ridge for the Free Medical Clinic Friday night scoreboard show with Jonathan Cox, discussing all the games from around the area. Give a call in, be a part of that show, tell them where you were tonight and what you experienced, and let's all get a little bit more knowledgeable of football in our area. For all the cameramen, for Dr. Dan Shoemaker, for Brad Jones, I am Aaron Harvey. So long, folks.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammer's popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
In our community, everyone deserves access to quality health care. At the Free Medical Clinic, we offer no-charge medical services to those without insurance. There is never a bill at the Free Medical Clinic. From primary care, preventative care, diagnostics, and specialty care, our dedicated team is here to help. The Free Medical Clinic, taking your fear away from becoming sick or hurt. Go to fmcor.org to become a patient. Remember, there is never a charge for your care. fmcor.org.